Well, that was delayed. Here it comes. It's music, people. We have it. It's 20 seconds long. I hope you enjoy it. People demanded we get music. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Diz Idiots podcast for July 6, 2021, bringing you all the news from around the world. Disney World. I'm your host, Dozer. Over there, we have my esteemed co-host, Mr. Bruce.
Hello, everybody. How you doing on this hot, steamy July night?
I don't know how they're doing. Hopefully they're doing good.
I hope they're all doing wonderful. That's what we always hope.
And hopefully there's a little bit of a cold place somewhere around here. Not everybody is sweating like it's August in Orlando.
But you know, in August in Orlando could be getting a little Club Cool action back finally.
As long as they have Beverly, I don't care.
Beverly's 100% coming back. Already confirmed that.
Well, good, because what else am I going to prank people with in Epcot other than Beverly?
God, it had to be. Yeah, it's a classic.
Most of the other sodas suck there, too.
None of them were that good, but it's the novelty of it, you know.
I remember trying some of those South American ones and going, oh, crap, that's sweet.
Listen, down just below the Mason-Dixon isn't the only place that likes the sugar. That's also because they got sugar cane in them, not the artificial stuff we're used to us Yanks are used to up north.
Yeah, but man, that stuff is friggin' diabetes in a bottle. It's bad.
Listen, folks, you can take it to the bank. When I say something ain't healthy, John Panette style, when I tell you that's not healthy, that's not healthy. And that stuff's not healthy.
Not at all, and I don't want to touch it or drink it. But, you know, that's not what we're here to discuss today. If we were more on the ball, if we were up to snuff, I would have a little banner that would say something about Disney Premier Access scrolling across the bottom. It would say Disney Premier Access might be coming to replace FastPass in Disney parks around the world. Well, at least America. But to Americans, that's the world, so we're good.
It is live in Disneyland Paris, and I believe Shanghai or Tokyo. I think Shanghai. I think it's live in Shanghai. Disney Premier Access, actually something that we've touched upon in the past on the show. If our loyal listeners may be aware, you know, not big fans FastPass over here. What Premier Access is paying for it. Now, FastPass will not be something that's given to everybody with your park admission. It'll be an upcharge. It's a Premier Access, Premier charge. You can only book it from inside the park. Once paid, I know Disneyland Paris, they said there were 8 attractions that will have it. Once paid, you go through My Disney Experience, and you can book your fast passes through that for the day. Initial thoughts?
I don't hate it. You know, the original fast pass system was equitable. I'm not going to argue that. When you had to get your tickets and go between rides, that was equitable. Easy to understand for people who have never been to Disney.
Fair. It was fair. You got so many. Now, within the hour, you know what really killed that? When you went at this Toy Story Midway Mania when that first opened, and there was the Brazilian tour group. Everyone else go out. We're going to stand here with our stacks of tickets this big and get you all the fast passes. Gotten a couple out. Come on, that's not fair. That's where the system started to break down. Obviously, you've heard us talk about FastPass before. I agree. I do not think this is bad. I know some people may. Well, it's changed. It's different. Most parks do have a pay system, and it does work better. It could eliminate. If everyone's buying it, then nothing's going to change. Guess what? FastPass is standby. Congratulations. The way it's been working. But if less people buy it, FastPass lines should be shorter, which means standby lines should move better.
And let's just talk. So FastPass Plus was an abysmal system here.
You know, great upstairs, bad execution.
Where you had to book your times way in advance. Now, you're still going to book your times in advance on the app. I don't know what the window will be, but presumably with less people involved, you will actually get times that work with your schedule, not having to make your schedule around your times.
You have to be in the park.
Better.
I believe you have to. You cannot do it till the day. Right now, as it's working, you have to be in the park the day of. I do not think you can schedule ahead of time, which is how it should work. It makes it fair. I haven't entered the park yet. Why should I should be able to get a time? That's the way. It's only way it's going to work, like the old fast pass system. Yeah, I'll be here to get it.
I completely agree, but I disagree on one aspect. Have you tried to use the My Disney Experience app in the park?
Not as much. Not as much. I've tried the Universal app, which is also hot garbage in the park.
Worse.
Yeah. Well, I've been using it for different reasons, but yes, never updates. The same thing with my Disney. I've used my Disney Experience in the app to little success. That's never accurate. So I do agree there, but this might. Maybe if the systems gets overloaded, you're right. It's probably going to be, and anything. It's going to take some growing pains, but I think they have a system here. The people upstairs think of the systems. The down below, you see how they actually work. Upstairs, I don't think on paper, I don't think it was as bad as they realize in actuality. Now every attraction has it. Ooh. Plus, now I think that certain attractions and also it sounds like they can limit the attractions to just be some of the bigger ones. So, as you've mentioned before, Pirates may no longer be available on that, and it shouldn't be.
But here's my question. Where are the limits going to be? How big of a party can you book the passes for? Say your whole family buys Premier Access. Say the Brazilian tour group buys Premier Access.
That's the question. That's going to be the question. And who knows? It may have its own Premier Access is not available to large. It may be. But I'm sorry, Premier Access is not available to large groups.
Or what really bothers me and this premise of, okay, you can book for 4 other people. Great. I have a party of 6. And now, or is it going to be everybody who has it has to book their own? And then I have to duplicate my efforts 3 times.
Don't think it's going to I think it's going to be the party staying at your resort. So it could be by room, or not even staying at your resort. It could be how they enter. I don't think it's going to be, it's 4 people, that's it. I think it's going to be, here's your party size. If your party is 6, but they may limit it. Oh, okay, you have a party of 8. Here's the only times you can pick from. They may do it that way.
Yeah, I'm just thinking how cumbersome even Fast Pass Plus got if you were there with other people.
Yeah.
It got really stupid cumbersome if, say, you were there. Say you and I were there. We had semi-overlapping trips. We were only there together for Tuesday and Wednesday out of a week-long vacation together. To get our fast passes to line up was a near impossible.
It was near impossible. I still think you're gonna. I honestly, it may end up where you're not doing it through the app. You have to do it through a key. The kiosk may be the key, and it could be. Who knows? There's all sorts of. It's hard to say because it's not here yet. It's at Disneyland Paris. It's at Shanghai. So until we have, remember. Even Disneyland, until it's at Disney World, that's when we'll know. And there's going to be growing pains with it. I agree. We just don't know enough about it yet to really judge that aspect of it. It could be, listen, this could be the breaking. Maybe this works out. Again, we also don't know how much it's going to cost. This could be a price point where people go, I'm not paying. It's okay. Is it per day? Here's one. Is it per day? Can you buy it for so many days? Do you have to add it onto your ticket and it's added on every day? I'm just going to, from what I know down the street, okay, it's $70. Also, does it depend on how crowded the park is? Well, if it's going to be less crowded today, it's $70. Hey, today is Christmas. It is a high-level day. It's $140 per person. It's a question. That's all fair questions.
A bargain. On Christmas Day, that'd be a bargain.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but listen, the reason I'm here for it being this way if you've been to if you've been to Disney plenty, you may not see the benefit of it unless you're going with a real busy time. People have never been before. You may not see the benefit of it. This is your once in a lifetime chance. It might be, because I've done this at a certain event, this might be the best way for you to go. Money well spent.
It's going to be a tough sell, I think, because I think the price, again, slightly judging by the people down the street and judging by other similar programs at other similar parks, is probably going to be about doubling the cost of your ticket. I think the only way to do it, the fair way to do it, is you buy it per day. There is no bulk rate discount. And maybe even make it so you have to buy it when you get to Disney.
I agree. And actually, another way to make it fair, frankly, I think you shouldn't book attractions. You get it, you bought it. One per the attractions we offer for per day. Done. That's it.
Kind of like you get a little ticket book like Universal used to do way back in the day.
What Universal's I did with your Express, unless you stayed on, if you stayed on site, you could use it as many times. It used to be if you paid for it, it was one per attraction per day. Back in the old ticket days, certain event horror nights, you does that. It's when you get your Express pass, it's one per house per night. That's it. Rides didn't unlimited, but in the houses you got to use it once. That was it. And it had people. How are they going to know? It scanned. And it knew if you had already been through the house. So
okay, so again, they're gonna have separate entrances, so it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But oh my lord, I just remember on any hard ticket event at the beginning of the day, the slowdown of checking wristbands and whatnot. Oh.
But that's the only way the system works. And frankly, they're going to have, even if they don't have their, they're going to have their own entrance. And still, there's going to, because the beauty of it, the attractions are built with that entrance in mind. There's always going to be two lines there from now on because they all have it built for them already for the most part. And again, it's only really going to be your major attractions probably if they're smart. If you're listening, only your major attractions, Bob.
Yes, but while that works at your Magic Kingdoms and your Epicots, Animal Kingdom, if it ain't a show, it's a major attraction. Congratulations, you can't ride. It's tough to be a bug with your Premier Pass.
Listen, there's a chance they won't offer it every park. Because that's another. Remember, right now you have to book it. That's another question for Premier Access. Does it park hop?
So, the way I see it, and I'm not paying attention. I did not read the articles in full. I would imagine it would be you buy it, you get that park you're in that day.
Because I know other parks, other places, it's for 2 parks or whatever. And again, it could be. It's hard to say because they may. It may be you buy it. No one may buy the Animal Kingdom. They may offer it Animal Kingdom, and it's good for 3 attractions. Good luck. That's it.
Well, what I'm thinking is it'll be dynamic. So the Animal Kingdom one may be cheaper than the Magic Kingdom.
Of course.
And it's going to be per park. Because with that, they can better deal with the capacity of it. If, say, you can have 2,000 people on each one a day, Magic Kingdom might sell out by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom will probably go till they stop offering it at like 2 or 3 p.m.
There's also a chance they offer a after whatever pass.
They haven't really been known to do that for tickets in general.
They haven't, but it's possible. With this, remember, it's all about they're greedy. This is all about the dollar. I could see them doing it for longer nights. I could see it happening. Again, who knows? We're just speculating here, folks. But there's a lot of possible. Everything's possible at this stage. It's hard to say because trying to think of the Max Pass at Disneyland. What I knew about that, I think that was you paid for it and got it at both parks. But apples and oranges compared to the world.
Yeah. Because also, 2 parks is one thing, 4 parks is another.
It also could be, do you want that to park hop? Oh, that's an extra, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and the other thing that I have to say, comparing it to Disneyland and Universal, there's one big difference. You cannot walk between Disney parks.
Correct.
Well, yeah.
Not as easily. It's true.
Yeah. So, I think whereas Disney is big on hopping, I do not think your average guest hops as much as a seasoned guest, whereas at the other parks, they hop a lot more, probably.
No, probably. I mean, the one is literally built in for it.
Yeah. What, you're saying there's like a train that goes between them or something?
Just saying, trains need tickets. Gotta have your ticket to ride. Just saying, it was a smart idea. Well, I will give them that. That was a very smart bit. That was sound business practices.
Yes, and I wish more parks had alternate gates. Because there's just something special about appearing in a different spot of the park.
It is nice. Like I'll say this, Epcot. It is so nice to enter through the International Gateway. It's a different feeling.
It's a different feeling. It's a great feeling.
Bonjour.
So you appear near absolutely nothing in the park.
You're gonna appear near Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
No. The more important thing. You're going to appear near adult slushies.
I wasn't gonna say it. It's implied, but yes. Adult slushies and fish and chips, and I mean you got the pub and adult slushies right there. You're set, folks.
Yeah, that's really all you need, and it's the perfect entrance for everyone staying there to just walk into Food and Wine, then walk out that exit and roll back to their resort. And roll you will.
Yes, you will. It's just, but we'll see. I'm curious to see when this rolls out and how it all goes. I think it's going to be a very interesting, like everything else. The first few months are going to be woohoo fun.
Well, given their current pretense to not look at the past, it's going to roll out October 1st.
And I'm going to segue that right here, because it doesn't really matter when it rolls out, because unless you can book a room,
you can't go.
You can't go if you can't book a room. So I'm going to segue that. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, so, we're still DVC members, still can't get a room at the resorts. We're not looking for anything fancy, a simple studio. Nothing's open yet for us. Yeah, I think we could book 3 of the 4 nights of our trip if we wanted to. And I think we may have to resort hop to make that happen at the moment. I'm not really thrilled with how it's going, or the fact that there's no real timeline for opening. Like, we're on wait lists. But what good is that to have a wait list? I have park tickets. I have flights. I have everything but a place to stay. I have DVC. I'm your most loyal guest. Like,
you've paid a premium to be a loyal guest. That's also the key here, ladies and gentlemen. Paying a premium to be a loyal guest and basically getting told, sorry, we're still not open up. Our parks are open up, but most of our resorts still are only quarter capacity. Sorry, if they're even open at all.
Yeah, and you could not have an open food court at the resort. I wouldn't care. I need a room. I don't need to see other people.
You need a bed. Beds, sorry.
Yeah. That's all. I could take one bet. I could throw a toddler on a couch or roll away. But yeah, no, open the resorts or give a timeline for opening. That 50th is coming fast, and you are gonna be slammed.
That's another thing that really grinds my gears with this here and what you guys are going through. The fifth. Listen, I know they're doing a year of it and all, but I remember how busy it was for the 40th. The 50th is and the 40th was mainly located centralized at the kingdom. For the 50th, they are really going property wide here. You're planning a huge celebration that people can't, their loyal people, when you're greeted, it's not, you're welcome to Disney, it's welcome home. Greeting, and your loyal people are having trouble booking. It's just, it's not a good look. And I know it's not necessarily their fault, and I know that there's a lot of factors going in here. It just doesn't seem right to me. It just doesn't feel right.
It's not like we're trying to book the day of the 50th or anything special like that. No, we're booking the week after Thanksgiving. This is historically one of the slowest times in Disney. Now, there are no slow times anymore. We all know this. But there are still slower times, and it falls firmly in that category. And if we can't get a room then, what's the rest of the year like?
Christmas.
No.
That's what it looks like. It's Christmas. It's Christmas every day at Disney.
Well, they do have a Christmas ornament shop in every single park, so it does fit.
Yes, they do, but they sell some really nice ornaments. So
they really do, and you can get them personalized between certain hours at certain times in certain places.
It's wonderful. They have very great people that work there. Cast members, mwah! Kudos. Hats off.
It's a magical place, and my wife must hit all 5 of them every time we go. Sometimes multiple times in a trip.
I can understand that.
Until I went with her. I didn't even know there was one in Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
I knew about the one in the Magic Kingdom. The one in Animal Kingdom. Okay, that's getting a bit odd. Epcot, okay, they kind of fit it into whatever country they stuck it in.
Germany, I believe.
Yeah, Germany.
It fits there. But yeah, no, the Magic Kingdom one I actually like because it is kind of tucked away a little bit. It is kind of cozy. It's a nice little spot. There's a bench back there if you need to sit down. A nice cozy little area. Tiana used to meet near there. I don't know if she still does.
Yeah, I don't know what Tiana's doing, but that's what's going on there. And we got other stuff going on. I just want to announce that Race Run Disney is back. The Food and Wine Half Marathon is happening.
Hey now.
In person and virtual. I don't think the virtual is ever going away. That's an easy way to make some money.
See back to Fast Pass of money. Bob Chapek wants a new desk.
I can charge them for a race and just send them a medal. Oh! So that's happening. And I think so far they have announced that Food and Wine, the marathon weekend, and the Princess have been announced.
I believe so.
So I'm happy to see them returning because I know that is another group of loyal Disney followers that they just love them races.
Love their races. That Run Disney has been very beneficial to them. You know what? The people who love Run Disney love Run Disney, and good for them. I tip my hat to you people who run. I don't.
I eat Disney. I roll Disney. I don't run Disney.
I ride Disney.
You can do that.
Oh, come on. That was good. Come on. That one was funny.
No, it wasn't.
Double entendres are funny. Shut up. Fozzie Bear wasn't appreciated in his time either. So, bleh.
This is what happens when I get sound effects.
Yes, it is.
It's terrible. It's horrible. It's despicable. But until next time, we've been the Diz Idiots. And this has been all the news from around the world. Disney World. Bye-bye.